Imperfectly perfect, imperfectly perfect. Imperfectly perfect, imperfect, imperfectly, imperfectly perfect, imperfectly perfect couple. Oh yeah.
Welcome back to the Imperfectly Perfect Couple podcast. I'm Candy.
And I am Tank.
So, this weekend was something different.
Big time.
You know, our 7-year-old, well, just turned 7-year-old.
Yeah.
And her whole birthday weekend. And we had a good time.
I'm quite sure they seen that we had a good time. Mm-hmm. Wound up spending money that we probably shouldn't have spent.
And I'm tired.
Listen, when I say exhausted, I mean, y'all probably can look. I'm like literally exhausted, like for real. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I mean, all in all, you know, she enjoyed herself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and actually, I think everybody enjoyed themselves. You know, I know a few of the people that did come through. Well,
because a lot of the stuff was like last minute.
Yeah.
Last plant. Like, we were just so like unorthodox and unorganized. Like,
I know my mom said she had a good time as far as, you know, when it comes to the hibachi part. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, she really had a good time. They may not necessarily know that it was hibachi, but I tried to showcase that. Well, at least the Saturday. And was that Saturday, Sunday? Yeah, no, Saturday, Sunday. Well, no, Saturday, Sunday. I tried to show that in a consolidated video. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, I think one of the things that surprised her too was Friday. Mm-hmm. What was that Friday?
Friday was like homecoming week in our city that we stay in.
Okay. And,
you know, of course, high school. Mm-hmm. But our sons, he's in a band, so he participated in the marching band and everything. And
they had a high school, a middle school.
Just whole collab.
Yeah.
And so they usually, you know, get volunteers. People come out, throw candy, all of that stuff.
She had her little ribbon on.
She had her happy birthday ribbon and the birthday girl crown and everything. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, she had people singing happy birthday to her left and right and giving her bags of candy. And
that was one of the videos we posted too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't call it a ribbon. See, you went along with what I said this time.
Sash.
But it was a whole big deal when I called it a ribbon.
Listen, I told you, tired, okay?
Listen, I'm just saying.
But that was one thing one of our friends brought up too, because he didn't know what it was called either.
Listen, that thing looked like a ribbon, just like with the Miss America. That looked like a ribbon to me.
It's technically a sash, but I said ribbon.
Okay. Yeah, you know, so we get a little break from birthdays for a second, but then it's gonna jump to the holiday, then birthday, right after that. So we get about it's a little more than 30 days.
Man.
Break.
All these winter babies.
And then after that.
Or fall into winter babies.
Yeah.
But it was a big deal for her. 7 is a big deal, I feel. I don't know why. Because I remember my 7th birthday. What about you?
I mean, with me, I would probably have to like look at pictures to be able to go back and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that was this birthday or that was that birthday. I really don't have like a certain birthday to where it could be like, oh, I remember I was this age. You know, I could remember things that took place, but I need pictures to say that happened at this age. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least my younger birthdays. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like it's this one birthday that I can recall. Of course, it was a backyard party or whatnot. You know, well, that's what people did back then. They gave backyard parties, and you had hot dogs, chips, cake, and pin the tail on a donkey, whatever you did. Hit the head or whatever the thing. What the thing called? Hit the tail or donkey.
You talking about ribbon and hit the head?
What the thing is? You hit the thing with the pin. What pinata? Pinata. Yeah, there you go. The pinata. You hit that thing, candy come open and all that type of stuff, or
candy don't come open.
Potato sack race, whatever the case. You did stuff like that. That's what, you know. So anyways, I can remember, my mom, one of her close friends, she has a son that's a year older than me. And I could just remember, us and kids that was on the block and all that type of stuff. Now, can I recall exactly what age I was or what party, what number of birthday that was for me? No. I don't remember that. But I need a picture to look at the cake and like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me.
I remember because I had a special request, like we had a gathering at the house, my mom's and dad's friends and their kids and all of that stuff, and I dressed up, and of course, that was big back then, you wear a little dress or something. And then I had this whipped cake with the real strawberries and the strawberry filling in the middle and all of that good stuff.
So is that what you get the whole thing of like the strawberries?
Yeah. But I kind of like always like gravitated towards strawberries. Like I like the different kind of like, I wouldn't say that that's a different fruit, but like everybody's not like fond of strawberries like that.
I gotta be in the mood. I gotta be in the mood for strawberries. Now, if you give me like some cherries, bananas, some stuff like that.
He like maraschino cherries.
Whoever invented those need to just be slapped one good time. Them things terrible.
Those are good. And Coke and
give me real cherries.
Sundays.
Give me real cherries any day.
Give me extra.
Don't give me no cherries in the can with that fake juice. I'm sorry.
That's good juice.
Nah, I don't like that. I'm good on that, man.
Some people like to pour the juice on top of the ham.
Oh, I don't know nothing about none of that. But the one thing I do know is one of the things that that's just been getting at me is people in a drive-in. Like people in a drive-in, man, is like sometimes I just wish people could just stay at home. And just get out my way.
Them people not bothering you.
You crazy. Them people, they listen. First of all, for those of you that don't know, or you might know, you know what I'm saying? The job I have now, I'm out there on these roads at least 10 hours.
He's Evel Knievel.
No, I'm 10 hours a day, at least 10 hours a day, 4 days a week. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And the things that I see, which I believe that with anything, you start to see the imperfections in a lot of things. Or I ain't even just say imperfection. You just start to see things start to be revealed to you the longer you may be doing something or the longer you are involved in something. You start to see a lot of things that you probably wasn't really prepared for already. And with me driving, listen, the things that I see, I mean, think about it. Just like Sunday when we was coming back from the little jump park place or whatever, how that person just literally made an illegal turn and they wasn't supposed to turn that way. Now just imagine you seeing that every single day, all day. That I'm telling you, you would literally have to be out there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm quite sure
I see enough of that just driving just day to day. I see enough of it.
Yeah.
Like weird stuff like close calls, and you be wondering like, are people like their batteries are low? Listen.
But you know what? One of the things that what I personally would like to know, what are some of the weird things that you all might see? And how you can let us know. Candy, tell them how can they let us know.
I'm not ready.
Please.
imperfectlyperfectcouple@gmail.com or on TikTok, Instagram.
That's right.
Or Facebook. Imperfectly Perfect Couple with Candy and Tank the podcast and all of that good stuff.
Yeah. So we just gonna keep this thing going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it going. So the topic at hand is, a lot of times people often think that, or I don't even just say, could I say think? Or people say.
Or feel. That's more of a better word right there. People feel or left under the impression that in order to have a great time, you have to pack up and leave and go elsewhere,
But I beg the differ because sometimes a lot of right in your own backyard, you can discover some things that you didn't know that you know that could bring some joy or relief. So what would you say, just by hearing that, what would you say some of the things that you or us that we have experienced, or even just you by yourself, that's like right here to where you didn't have to go nowhere?
Well,
Or pack up and leave the state, I should say.
well, I think together, like, we've experienced, like, what is it, the Detroit, like, cycle boat?
Oh, yeah.
We did that before we were invited.
Yeah.
And we had a good time. It was just that,
What was it? What was it? To let them know what's the experience.
Basically, you're on the river
Okay.
in a boat.
Okay.
And you can pedal if you want, or if you don't want to.
Okay.
You can. But, you know, if you have a theme, and our theme, that particular invite was brunch. So, like, people brought stuff. People brought wine. People brought breakfast or brunch type items and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Which was really good, a really good time.
It was dope.
And so, but yeah, you can, you know, sip your wine and all of that stuff. And it's about a 2 hour, maybe an hour, 2 hours or so. And, you know, you just vibing, playing your music, all of that stuff, conversing, you know,
doing something different. And me personally, I would say if that's something that you all may wind up looking into, make sure that the weather is on your side. Because if the weather is not on your side, you can encounter, you know, choppy waves, and you don't want that.
Because that's kind of hard to, like, predict.
Well, no, but it's I forgot what they call it, but they measure it like in knots and all that type of stuff for like boaters' forecast for the weather or whatever. So they can check that out. But I mean, off top, you don't want it to be raining.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, I would say most definitely just at least look for the most beautiful, sunniest day or clear skies day as possible. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't know about checking to see if it's windy out there on the waters or whatnot. That was a real cool experience. It was different. You know, and like Kandy said, people sometimes they wind up creating like a little theme, you know, if it's a birthday party, rather if it's just because of or whatever. But in the case we went, it was for like a brunch type thing or whatever the case. And it was cool, really cool. Well, the thing for me will wind up being the pedal bike.
Oh, yeah, handlebars.
The
handlebar.
Well, we didn't put that together neither. Now,
that was themed. It was a birthday party.
It was a birthday party.
That was something my sister put together for her birthday.
Yes. And the way how that actually works is just picture like this bar here. You may have 5 people here, and then like at the back of it, you may have like a seat to where maybe 3 to 4 people can sit in that. It's like
the same setup as how the boat is. And you
3 to 4 people, and then you have at the head of
it, your conductor.
You got the person that's, you know, taking you around. Now, the cool thing with that is, you, like we said, you can make it a theme. You can bring your wine or whatever the case, and then whoever your tour guide is, they're supposed to take you from, like, well, not supposed to. They may set it up and take you around. Like, in our case, it was in our downtown Detroit area. So they, you know, take you around, letting you see different things that you may not never see.
Park, took pictures.
Yeah, the baseball park. And then after that, before that, then you wind up going to, you can hit a few bars or whatever the case may be. Well, in our experience, our guy that was taking us around, he had an issue with these local skaters. So we got a little bit more action for our money, if you will. You know, they were doing like popping willies off of the front end of his little pedal bike thingy or handlebar bike, and he left us to go chase the guy. But that's a whole nother podcast. You know, that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, so that there can be fun as well. You know what I'm saying? What else?
Nah, because the picture it comes back every time we tell this story.
Mm-hmm,
It's just like, that was just a mess. Mm-hmm. No, you gotta tell, like, you gotta say what you did, though.
What, I had to stop the thing?
Yeah, you gotta tell that part.
Okay, so myself and another gentleman that was there, we had to literally hop off of this bike that was kind of like going downhill, and we had to stop the bike from going into a busy street. I mean, we don't want to scare the people now. That's why I don't want to go off into that. But, you know, yeah. So, had to play rescue guy, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So that is the experience that we had. Other people have had great experience as well. And, you know, the times I know I've seen them, like when we just downtown or riding or whatever. Hype. When I say hype, I mean this is almost like another level. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. Okay, so we done talked about the cycle boat. Mm-hmm. We done talked about the handlebar. Mm-hmm. What else would you say?
Well, you also have like your local concerts. We did those. We did a few.
Oh yeah, did several concerts, but the last two. We'll talk about, you know, what you think.
Do you really want me to talk about the last two?
I mean, you going to anyway, so I guess what?
So, this was all a part of my birthday package and gift from Tank to me. Mm-hmm. So, he took me to see Chris Brown. Yeah. And it was a wonderful show.
It was dope.
It was wonderful. I was in awe. And I was like, you know, that was my first time ever seeing him, like, you know, sing.
It was our first time.
First time, yeah. But, you know, it was like, men don't go for, like, that type of stuff, like, for the most part.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. Initially, when I purchased the tickets, I know, you know, how much you like Chris Brown. Mm-hmm. When I purchased the tickets, it was more so a thing to where, like, you know what, I'm gonna get these tickets because I know this is something. I mean, he makes great music, and we normally hit at least 2 concerts a year. So why not get these tickets here? So I got the tickets. I was just open minded because going to a concert. And especially like our arenas has not always been open for concerts, if you will. It's been like other venues. So like within the last 2.5, I'll say 2 years, 2.5, 3. Yeah, just say 3 years. They, you know, I guess the city, whoever, they really opened up, you know, the stadium and the arena for concerts to be held, whether if it's, you know, hip hop, R&B, whatever, they open them up. So I'm like, okay, an R&B guy rocking out, let me just see how this gonna be. But one thing I can say is that after the show, I will go again. Mm-hmm. And especially to see him because the way how Chris Brown controlled the crowd, he interacted with the crowd. A lot of times, me personally, I was more so under the impression a lot of artists that have like, and it's, I had the impression that like a lot of R&B artists, male artists, that has his type of star status or whatever the case, they kind of be sassy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my thing, get out here, boom, go, have a nice day. No, he actually interacted with the crowd.
Down to earth.
Yeah, I mean, you just got that vibe to where it was like he was a regular person. I mean, we know that they regular people, but you could tell that he really enjoyed performing. He really enjoyed putting on the show for everybody that took the time out to come see him because he interacted with him. And it's the level of interaction. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give it to him hands down. You know what I'm saying? Hands down.
Yeah.
He is probably one of... I think in our era, he is the best R&B.
I feel like he's like
entertainer.
what Michael Jackson was to like our parents
But
growing up.
but the limitations.
I mean,
they not
I
giving
get
it to
it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree exactly with everything you're saying.
Yeah.
But I think it's the limitations to where that they don't want to give him that title because of
He don't want to
things.
give himself that title.
Shit, he
It's
got
a lot.
it. He
But
got it.
the meet and greets for me.
Listen.
Those, it was so many things surrounding the whole meet and greets and stuff like that. I know Tank may want to get me a meet and greet next time.
We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, then what's the other concert?
The other concert was SWV, in Escape, the Queens of R&B, but they had other guest artists, like you had Maya and 702.
Yep.
And who was the other group?
We missed somebody. I don't know who.
We
it
missed
was.
702. We seen Maya. Total.
And this also took place at LCA, one of our local stadiums or arenas, if you will. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that I liked about with this particular concert that we went to, and actually all of the concerts, it's not just this one. This applies for both. Even with the rap concerts that we done went to. You get a chance to see people in your city that you may run into, people that you are at different places, at the store, the mall, the grocery store, or whatever the case, out on the streets, or people that you see on an everyday, regular basis for whatever reason. This is a chance you get to see people. It's like they put putting their best foot forward. They
show up and show out.
Yeah, just like how the whole thing, like what Beyonce was doing, because like a lot of the tours, the R&B tours, they do like a theme, and I think Beyonce kind of started that. Well, I ain't gonna say she started it, but I really started paying attention with the whole cowgirl thing, what they was doing. So people really step. Like they bring their A game, and to me, it was good to see your people that's from your hometown, your city, your state, wherever you at, and you seeing your people look good. You know what I'm saying? And there's no BS, and it's all ages. And if it was any trouble, they handled it so quick to the point to where they wasn't messing around. You know what I'm saying? So to me. Just being able to enjoy the fact of just being around local people, you know what I'm saying? Yo people, so you're not out of town, you're not a foreigner, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that felt good. And one thing I could say, Detroit, when we go places, we go places. We step out. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I would just want to add that both concerts, like the vocals were on point.
Oh yeah.
The mic was on.
Yeah.
And that's what I like too, the whole atmosphere of going to concerts and the artists sound like their album, if not better than their album. And it was just an experience, and that just, how you get some of the shows and you could tell people lip sync or sing over the words, and it was none of that. Like you hear pitch, everything. It was wonderful.
Got our money's worth for sure. We got our money. Okay, so we've talked about cycle boat. We've talked about pedal bike. Or is it handlebar?
Handlebar.
Okay, handlebar. We've talked about concerts. And these are all things that you can do right in your hometown, and you'll be surprised of the great time that you can find or that you have.
Oh, yeah. So,
okay, now this next one, I don't know what she like to be called, but this next one, this is an event which is called a shop.
Sip and shop.
Okay, that's what it's called there. Listen, I'm beyond a sip and shop. That's what I said, a sop and sip. Ain't even no such thing of a sop and sip. All right. So a sip and shop was put together. And most people may know or refer to this as like a pop-up shop. Mm-hmm. But
it's basically like, we call it Cherie.
Cherie and
Precious.
They put on an amazing sip and shop.
Every year.
Yep. Now, if you guys don't know what this is, like I said, it's like a pop-up shop to where you have a lot of local vendors, a lot of local business owners, and at least at theirs, well, you know, it's all different. They ain't just all black, but yeah, it a lot of black owned. Now, it had to be at least 25 different business owners, if not more. And I'm talking about, I mean, you got everything from health and beauty to food to drinks to hookah. I mean, anything you could think of is right there. Clothes,
jewelry,
everything is right there. So when you see something that says something like a pop-up shop or a sip and shop or something like that, that's people right in your own backyard. And every time that we went, we've enjoyed ourselves. Now, they put a twist on theirs because they actually have celebrities that come in. And who was the celebrities?
This past time, it was Sammy.
Okay.
And he performed. Did an amazing job as always. We seen him last year too. And then we had Trina, the baddest bitch.
Oh, yeah.
So that was cool too because we were like really close, like
extremely close
to the stage.
Yeah.
So that was an experience too. That was my first time actually seeing her like in concert too, I believe.
Yeah. And I mean, she did a wonderful job as well, you know. But most definitely one of the things I could say that I'm impressed with overall with just the job that
the great job that they do. That's Cherie.
Okay.
That's her actual name too.
So the excellent job that Cherie and Precious put on. I mean, these two young ladies, I mean, they was made for that.
They are movement.
They can go so much farther with this if they want to.
Yeah.
Because just the level of
professionalism.
Yeah, and where it's at. I ain't gonna even say the potential where it could go. No, where it's at right now. You know, so like I said, so with that, not only are you supporting, you know, the people that are putting it on, you got all of these local people that's there. All these local businesses that's there that you know that you can possibly, you know, purchase and network with and so on and so forth. So, Kandy, hit the people with some facts or something and let them know what they can look forward to if they think about partaking in just local things that come to their city or town.
Okay, so 75% of Americans prefer staycations over vacations. That's U.S. Travel Association.
Okay.
And then local businesses generate 70% of the economy's revenue.
So y'all will be helping y'all state or city if you do that.
That comes from the Small Business Administration.
Okay.
And then the last one is exploring local attractions can improve mental health and well-being, according to the National Geographic.
Okay. All right.
Did I do good?
You could have did better, but you did good enough.
Oh,
you did better. You did good. You did good. Now, for the people that may want to know, how could I go about finding these things. I don't know what's taking place in my city.
So Tank, how can I go about finding these things?
Well, I'm gonna let these people know how you can stay abreast on these things. What you can do.
Abreast?
That's right. What you can do, you can actually search on social media your local city or state or town or whatever you stay in, and just look up events on any of your platforms, and then you can see like what's trending, what's going around in your city. So hit your local well, not your local
That's
search
social media.
yeah,
Social media.
yeah, just hit search on social media wherever you stay,
And some of the events are free.
and you will be surprised the ones that are free. Sometimes you just gotta register, boom, and you're good to go. Also, kind of in the same category, you can actually Google search your city or town for events, or just events that's coming to your area, and that's how you can also stay abreast on concerts and maybe pop-up shops and sipping shops, and how much it costs to do the pedal bike and the pedal boat and all that type of stuff. You also, which is one of the most oldest ways, well, I ain't gonna say that's the oldest way, but y'all can also look in newspapers, magazines, flyers. You can check that out because people still promote that way as well. And one of the most, now this is probably the most oldest way. Hey, when is the next such? Word of mouth, man.
Oh.
Just word of mouth. Talking to people. Stop being antisocial. Ask people what you're doing this weekend. What's going on? Have you heard of something? And you'll be surprised of the things you find. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Yeah. You
I don't
what?
know all about this abreast and taking off candy and all of that stuff.
Taking off candy.
Yeah, that's what you said earlier. Something about
I don't know about all
busting
of
open
that.
candy or something.
Oh, man, come on now. I was talking about hitting the pinata.
I know, but you keep saying abreast. So go
But-
ahead.
Well, hey. Anyways, one of the things that we did not mention, which was we got a pool.
Yeah.
And listen, I put a video out there. Not sure if y'all seen it, but if y'all haven't seen it, they can go where?
Imperfectly Perfect Couple podcast with Tank and Kandy on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
And you will be able to catch up on all of the past episodes, and on our social media you can see different things behind the scenes and all that other stuff that we post. But you can see the process
The
that
live
it took.
footage of him toggling.
Listen, I had to get the pool together. I mean, we got a
Toggling.
decent sized pool. It's like a 15 by 15 joint. And you know, hey, that was, I mean, you know, them hot days that we had this summer. Listen, it came in handy. Our children loved it. Candy loved it. I loved it. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? And you will really be surprised. You know, like that with that cartoon, not cartoon, but the little cereal, right up under your nose, follow your nose, Toucan Sam.
That's Cookie Crisp.
No, that's not Cookie Crisp. It's my man. Trust me. So I'm done. I mean, I ain't got nothing else to say. I just think that, you know, you can have fun and enjoy yourself, you and your family or whatever, or your significant other, right wherever you stay. Don't be shocked.
And you know, we got a lot of hidden gems too here in Michigan that are like upper peninsula area that we have not discovered.
Yeah. But it's
And
coming.
Oh yeah, that I plan on
It's coming.
discovering, that we plan on discovering,
Yeah.
because it's a lot of different things, even beaches and things of that sort that we have not discovered yet, or not visited yet, I would say.
So overall,
Michigan is a gem.
wrap this thing up and
All
put
right,
a bow
so
on it.
basically, the only thing that I have to say about everything is that, you know, you can have your fun and your cake and eat it too in your own state. You don't always have to go out of your state in order to enjoy the, what do you call it? Like a good time or the best of things.
Right.
You know, just do your research, search online. You know, all of those reels pop up often when you see that what you can do in your city, the latest brunch spots.
Instagram do that too. All you got to do is type it right in, hashtag free this or
your local brunch spots. It's always something different. You know, you can, like you said, message your friends. What's a good little spot for us to visit, or you know, just to inquire. You know, it will improve your well-being and your mental health.
Mental health. That's right. That's right. And if you guys know some hidden gems or things that we may not know from wherever you're from, or if you are from Michigan,
let me know.
Where could they go? How could they let us know?
You can email us at imperfectlyperfectcouple@gmail.com and let me know where I could take Tank out on a date.
Hey. No. Alright, you got anything else to say?
I don't got nothing.
Alright then. Hey.
Imperfectly perfect, imperfectly